Hi. Okay, for like the warm up part, can you grab a sweatshirt or a towel, just something that you could ball up? Um, or if you happen to have a ball, like the blue ball or the purple ball, you can use that as well. Okay, place your object between your knees for a second. It could act as an inner thigh squeezer and a spacer between your legs. You're going to start with your legs parallel, hip width apart, and we're going to take a few breaths just to get tuned in and give you time to just make a baseline of how your breath is feeling. Let your arms just relax. If they're not comfortable like that, you could always cross them across your chest. Now you can do this with your eyes open or closed, whichever you prefer to like tune in to your body. Okay, I want you to take a breath in and you're going to observe the expansive phase of your breath. Then when you exhale, I want you to feel that as the compressive phase. So when you breathe in, you're going to feel your body get bigger and just observe if it's easy to expand or if you feel restrictions through your body. And then as you exhale, take your time with that phase of breath and just notice when you really run out of air, there'll be a little pause, and then your body will just naturally take the next breath in. Go ahead and keep cycling through that a few times. I want you to begin to do a dual awareness. Feel your breath flowing in and out of your body, and then occasionally bring your attention back down to your feet. Try to root down into your heels, and as you press into the floor, notice how that makes the rest of your body taller. Let's take one more breath in, just assessing the expansion, and then an exhale, and just patiently wait for all the air to leave. Okay, now I'm going to direct your attention more specifically to the lateral movement of your rib cage as you're breathing. So you're going to take your sweatshirt ball thingy, and I want you to put it under one arm. Just shove it right up into the armpit. Okay. Take the arm you're not using. You're going to hold on to the forearm of the opposite side and just hug that in tight so that this arm that you're breathing into can stay relaxed. Now, just check your shoulder, give it a little shrug, and then let it go. And then round it forward a little and pull it back. So that's slightly back and down is where you want to sit. All right, checking on your legs. Let's get tall again. Now, as you breathe in, this time, take the breath in through your nose, and I want you to feel your ribs expanding into your prop. And then when you exhale, imagine the prop is pushing back into the ribs. So as you breathe in, you want to feel the ribs expanding out to the side, and you want to imagine space increasing between each rib level. And then as you exhale, the ribs gathering together and down to blow the air out. Try to inhale, resisting, shrugging your shoulder as the ribs expand. And as you exhale, you can use that opposite arm to gently hug your prop against your side. One more time like that. Big breath in. And then a thorough exhale. Now we're going to add a small side bend. So you're going to let your body sink into the ball and then bend away from it. So I'm going to have you exhale as you collapse into the ball. And when you inhale, I want you to breathe into your prop to go away from it. That's not going to feel natural. Exhale, you're going to collapse and sink into it. Inhale, let your breath expand to bring you over. Two more times. Exhale, and you can pull with that free arm. Inhale, let the breath lead the expansion and lift. One more time. Exhale. And inhale, back up. All right, put the prop back in between your knees for a second and just let your arms hang by your sides. Repeat a couple of big diaphragmatic breaths, and I want you to observe if there's any difference between the side you worked on and the side we haven't done yet. You may notice a little tingling sensation in that area or a little more freedom in your breath capacity. Sometimes people even feel like there's a little more space in their shoulder. So let's try this on the other side. So we'll bring your awareness in here, and hopefully this will let you just keep a freer breath throughout the rest of the workout. Okay, so you get tucked up into the underarm. We wrap the arm around it. You're going to hold on to the forearm and just create a little force pulling it in by your side. All right, so first, just stationary breathing again. Take that shoulder, little shrug up. As you drop it down, you're also going to roll it back slightly. All right, now take a breath in and let your ribs expand into the sweatshirt, towel, ball. Exhale and encourage that arm to hug back in. As you breathe in, feel the expansion. Now you've got the pressure against one side, the memory of that freedom you just created on the other side. And then as you exhale, we're going to let everything just gather back into the center. 2 more times like that. Take your breath deep into your rib cage. Feel each level of the ribs opening out to the sides, and then exhale again. 1 more time, big breath in. And then a thorough exhale. Now let's add a little motion. So when you breathe in, I want you to go away from the ball. And then when you exhale, we're going to collapse into the shape of your prop. Breathe in, let your ribs expand and bend away from the ball, and then exhale back to it. See, I keep saying ball, even though there's definitely a sweatshirt under my arm. And exhale. 1 more time. Big breath in. And then exhale and sink. All right. Throw your prop out of the way. Let those arms relax again. Just take another couple breaths. And now as you breathe in, hopefully you'll feel a more even expansion, a nice free breath. And then as you exhale, try to lift your pelvic floor, engage your abdominals very gently to give you that additional support. Inhale again. And then when you exhale, just let your shoulders relax, feel all your tension melt away. Now let's just move your arms a little bit. So now you're going to inhale, taking your arms overhead, and then exhale back down. And again, inhale, feeling that extra freedom through the shoulder. Exhale down. 1 more time. Big inhale. And exhale back down. I'm going to have you lay down on your back. All right, let's go into some hip rolls. Knees bent, feet flat, arms by your sides. We're going to start with 3 regular hip rolls today. As you exhale, begin to curl your pelvis off the mat. We're going to focus on lifting 1 vertebra of the spine at a time until you're at the base of your shoulder blades. Stay here, take a breath in, encourage the ribs to expand in every direction. When you exhale, start to roll back down, dropping each bone through the ribs, then the low back, and then the hips, and then rock back to neutral. Breathe in. Exhale, curl the pelvis up again. Try to squeeze your glutes right where they meet your hamstrings. So you can use all those muscles together. Hold there, breathe in. And then exhale as you roll back down, passing through your imprint and rocking back to neutral. Exhale, curl your hips up. Try to reach your knees away from your shoulders as you lift. Hold here, breathe in, and then roll back down again. All right, so we're going to add 1 arm reaching overhead. Exhale, roll yourself off again, establish your bridge, and again, reach those knees away from the shoulders to get the best opening through the hip. Inhale, lift 1 arm overhead, leave it there, and roll back down on your exhale. Inhale to lower your arm. Exhale, curl the hips up to bridge. Inhale, take your other arm overhead, and then exhale to roll back down. And inhale to lower your arm. Let's do 1 more on each side. Exhale, roll yourself up. Inhale, arm lifts overhead. And exhale to roll back down. Inhale, lower 1 more time. Curl off on your exhale. Inhale, arm reaches over. And exhale to roll back down. And then release your arm again. All right, let's flip over into kneeling on your hands and knees. All right, we're going to work with your toes curled underneath your feet, fingertips spread out wide. Let's bring your attention now into your shoulders and your shoulder blades, and we'll do a small isolation between retracting and protracting your shoulder blades. Try to set your back pretty flat like a table with your head, ribs, and hips in line with each other. As you breathe in, I'd like you to draw your shoulder blades closer together. So that's retraction, and your chest is going to sag down a little bit. When you exhale, push away from the floor with your arms and let your shoulder blades spread apart. Breathe in, shoulder blades come closer together, and then exhale, push away from the ground and spread the blades out. Now you're trying to keep this motion small enough that the shape of your back doesn't change, and we're just moving the chest, like just to get out of the way of the shoulder blade movement. 1 more time. And exhale away. All right, let's turn that into a cat stretch. Take another breath in. When you exhale, tuck your tail under, and as you round your spine, push away from the floor so we spread the shoulder blades apart even more. Now stay flexed for an inhale. When you exhale, stick out your tailbone, elongate the spine, lift your chest and your chin to come into extension. Breathe in here. Exhale, tuck your tail under, pull your abs up, spread the blades apart, and hang your head. Hold there for a breath in, and then roll it back out. Try to articulate from tail to head, drawing your shoulder blades back and down, then lifting your chest and chin. Breathe in here. Exhale, tuck your tail under, pull the abs up, spread the blades apart, hang the head down. As you hold here, try to make more energy, bringing the head and tail together. And then exhale, stick out your tail, flatten your back, lift your breastbone, lift your chin. Come back to where your back was flat in the middle. This is called the horseshoe. I want you to shift the weight of your body over towards your right hand and knee. Then you're going to swing the weight of your hips back towards your heels to draw the bottom of a horseshoe. And we're going to come up on the other side, so you're on your left arm and knee. Now start to swing back again. We're going to come through the middle and up to the right side. I want you to keep that shift going, putting a limit as you shift back, only going as far as you can while staying neutral, and resist those last couple inches that bring you to shell stretch. Let's do 4 more of those. And 3, 2, and 1. All right, back into the middle. 20, 30 seconds of free form movement in this position. I want you to combine different motions of the spine with weight shifts. So I wanted you to get that weight shift in isolation, just so you kind of knew what the limit was. But now play around with rotating, side bending, letting your spine snake. And here you should still have plenty of glide of your shoulder blades on your ribs. I said 20 to 30 seconds as if I was going to be keeping track, but we're almost there. Let's just do 5 more seconds. All right, back into the center. Re-spread your fingertips. They probably got more narrow. All right, those toesies curled under. Now, let's go back to a stabilization challenge. I'm going to have you practice picking your knees up into a small hover. So you're going to inhale to stay here. As you exhale, give a little pressure into your fingertips and then your toes, and pick your knees up. Hold there and take a breath in. On your exhale, place your knees back down. Breathe in there. Exhale, press into the hands and toes, pick your knees up. Hold for a breath in, and exhale back down. Just one more time, breathe in, and exhale, lift. Stay there to breathe in. Exhale, back down. I want you to remember that move. It's going to come back later. Let's go down onto your side. All right, you're going to lay with your bottom arm under your head, legs in tabletop, top arms reaching forward at chest height. All right, when you breathe in, lift your top arm over your shoulder and take a pause to let the arm sink into the shoulder joint. Now, as you exhale, start to rotate your ribs. Keep your arm in line with your shoulder, and we're just going to twist towards the back. Stay here and take a big breath in. I want you to hold for another exhale. Just compress your abs, relax your shoulder, and sink just a little deeper into the stretch. Take another breath in to stay here, and then exhale to lift your arm up and over to close. Do another slow one like that. Take your top arm up. Now try to twist your torso. Use your oblique abdominals to rotate, and then to slow you down like you're wringing yourself out. Hold here and breathe in. Now stay for another exhale. Try to use your breath to relax that shoulder a little bit more. Take another breath in to stay. When you exhale, compress your abs, lift your arm, and close it back down. Let's do 3 more, a little more fluid. This time, inhale all the way back like it's a yawn, and then exhale, lift your arm up and close over. And again, inhale up and back to open your chest. Exhale, lift your arm and close. One more time. Inhale, reaching back, and exhale to close back down. All right, flip over to the other side. When you get there, just take a pause to set the hips at 90 degrees, the knees at 90 degrees, and just get your back nice and straight. All right, top arm forward at chest height again. As you inhale, lift your top arm over your shoulder. As you exhale, rotate your upper body and open your chest. Stay here, take a breath in. When you exhale, lift your arm up and close back over. Inhale, top arm up, and exhale, rotate towards the back. Stay to breathe in, and then just sink a little deeper into it as you exhale. Take one more breath in, and then exhale as you close. All right, let's do them faster. You're going to take an inhale breath, go all the way to the back. Exhale, squeeze your inner thighs, lift your arm, close back over. And again, inhale, reach back into the stretch. And exhale, close back down. One more time. Inhale all the way back, and exhale as you close. All right, let's flip back onto your back. Reach your arms up to the ceiling with your palms facing each other. Next, we're going to do a set of toe taps. When you exhale, you're going to tilt your pelvis into imprint so your low back is a little flatter towards the mat, and you'll feel a deeper connection with your obliques. Now, as you breathe in, lift one leg into tabletop position. Then when you exhale, you're going to pick up your second leg as well. Now try to keep your imprint as we tap one foot on the mat. So we're going to take an exhale breath, tapping the toes down. Inhale, lift it back up to tabletop. Exhale, drop your other foot, just grazing the toes on the floor. Inhale, lift up. Keep alternating at your own pace. And inhale, lift. And exhale, tap down. And inhale, up. Let's do 4 more like that. And inhale, lift. Tap for 3. And inhale, up. Last 2. Inhale, lift. And one more time. Then you're going to hold those legs in tabletop. Let's do a crunch. On your next exhale, tip your chin down, curl your head and shoulders off the mat, and bring your arms down by your hips. On your inhale, lower your head back down to the mat. Let's do that 4 more times. Exhale, nod the chin, flex forward, reach forward in the fingertips, and inhale to lower. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, control the return, and exhale, flex forward. Inhale, lower. You're going to stay up on this last one. Hold your flexion, take a breath in. Now when you exhale, reach one leg out straight. As you inhale, we're going to start to switch legs, then exhale, reach your other one out. Inhale and exhale. Make your transition slow. The legs are just a distraction while you build endurance in this flexion. Let's do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Tuck both knees in. Lower your head down and place your hands behind your head. All right, now when you exhale, you're going to crunch your head up again, add a rotation, and we're going to go back to toe tapping. I want you to twist towards the knee that stays up while you toe tap. Head goes down when you lift both legs. Exhale, rotate and tap. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist, tap, and lower. And exhale to rotate. And drop. Let's do 4 and 3, 2, and 1, back to center. All right, crunch up. This time, I want you to exhale, reach both legs out straight. Now when you bend your knees, you're going to twist to one side, center when they're straight, other side when you bend. Exhale to the middle, inhale, rotate. Exhale, center, inhale, twist. 4 more times. Rotate and middle, 3 and center, 2 and 1, back to center. Tuck your knees in, drop your head back down. All right, let's flip over onto your stomach. All right, for a little extension, W shape with your arms. Let's set your legs open with just a little space in between the legs. First, just doing your extension a couple times, and then we'll do extension to superhero to start us off. When you breathe in, lift your head and chest away from the mat, pressing into your forearms, and you can come up till there's just 1 or 2 ribs left on the mat. Then when you exhale, compress your abs and lower back down. Again, inhale, elongate the neck, pull your shoulder blades back, lift from your heart. Exhale, pull your abs in, lower yourself back down. Inhale as you lift, opening those collarbones wide. And exhale as you return. Inhale, back up. And now exhale, come down to hover. Reach your arms overhead. Inhale, lift yourself back up. And again, pull your abs in, dive down to hover. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower down. And inhale, lift. Now come all the way back down with your upper body. All right, you're going to give yourself like a halfway up amount of lift. We're going to put a little side bend into the exercise. So maintain the lift, and you're going to reach one arm across to the other side of the mat, and then come back to center. I want you to do an exhale as you're reaching over, inhale back to center. If you'd like to create more stretch in this exercise, as the arm reaches over, you're also going to bring the leg from the same side, tap it across to the opposite leg. and reach and return. One more to each side and back to middle and reach back to center. Now open your legs a little wider and turn your toes out. So we want to work in lateral rotation now so I can use my glutes more to stabilize. We're going to come up into full extension on this one. Take another inhale breath. When you exhale, lift your head and chest away from the floor, and just like that first extension, pull your shoulder blades back. But now we're going to lift up your elbows and rise up to full extension. Take a breath in, and then when you exhale, bend your elbows. Let's start to come down, so belly button hits first, sequence through each rib, chest, neck, and head. Breathe in at the bottom. Exhale, start to lift up again. Draw the shoulder blades back and down into a V as you lift up, and you'll feel your glutes activate at the top to tilt your pelvis back. Inhale breath, stay here, and then exhale to come back down. All right, we're going to add another piece to this. I'll take it all the way back up to the top. So now this becomes your new starting position. We're going to make a small rocking motion trying to lift up your legs. As you exhale, pick both legs up off the mat, and you're going to rock forward towards your forearms, and then press yourself back up as you inhale. Exhale, rock your shape forward. Inhale to lift. Now your goal is to maintain extension of your upper back as you rock. We're going to do 2 more. Forward and lift. Last one. Rock forward. Press back up. And now come all the way back down till you're flat. Sit back in a shell stretch. Hips on your heels. Okay, I'm sorry. Something was wrong with my mic. It totally disconnected. Hopefully, while you couldn't hear me, you were just stretching and loving it, and now you've stretched enough. All right. Hey, I've come up into a tall kneeling position. Let's stay up here. Okay. I'm going to have you start out with one leg out straight, kneeling on your other knee. Now, I've got this leg right now rotated, so most of my foot is on the ground. I'm turned more towards parallel. But first thing I'd like you to explore is just twisting and allowing for a little play at your hip as you come back and forth. All right, let's take your hands behind your head. I'm going to have you do a side bend away from the straight leg, and then side bend towards it, turning your toes up, and then rotate your leg to parallel as you bend away. And do that one more time, over and up. Now, let's go into a star tilt. So with this as the starting position, I want you to tip over to the side, bring your leg up, and then return to vertical. We'll do that 3 times. Tipping over and lift back up. Tipping over and lift back up. Next time you're going to stay. All right, so now holding that leg up at hip height, arms reaching nice and wide. Let's lower lift this top leg now. So we're going to come down to the ground and see if you can come just higher than hip height. Towards the floor, just higher than hip height. This could be around a 5 rather than 3. 2 more times. Last one. Hold that leg up. Now take your arm overhead. This time, bend your knee, flex your foot, bend that elbow. Reach away. Let's do 5 of those. Tuck it in. Try to maintain the height as you reach out. 3, and push away. 2 more times. Last one. And then come on back down. All right, let's switch legs. All right, where are my hands? They were up here. Okay, I'm going to do a side bend away from the straight leg. Then I'm going to turn the toes up, side bend towards it. And then we go away, leg goes parallel. Turn your toes up, side bend into it. One more like that. And side bend over. All right, now let's take those arms out. And I'm just going to tip over 3 times. So as you fall with control, we're taking the leg up and the arm up, nice and toned like a side plank, and then bring yourself back up. And again, tipping over, and then control. I'm trying to go really slow to show you, and I'm not going to make it. And then back up. All right, this one you're staying over. All right, now energize the arms. Get that leg reaching wide. Now you're going to lower your leg down to the floor. so you can get it just higher than hip height. Drop it down and lift. 3. One more time like that. Hold it up, arm in line with your ear. Now bend your knee and elbow and then reach away. Tuck in and reach away. 3 more, hand press. 2. Last one, and reach it out. Come on, back out of that. Okay, I'm gonna have you sit back down on the mat. Sit with your knees bent and a little space in between your feet. Try to get right up onto your sit bones and set your spine vertical from there. Arms reaching forward at chest height. We're going to play around with some half rollbacks. I want you to round your upper body over your legs so you begin in a flexed position. When you exhale, you're going to roll your pelvis back and round yourself down towards the mat. So we're going to stay curling the pelvis to create that tuck, and then inhale, dive forward over your legs. Let's do that 4 times. Roll back as you exhale, curl forward as you inhale. Exhale, roll back, dive forward. One more time, roll back, and then forward. This time when you roll back, I want you to take one arm, you're going to sweep it out to the side to rotate, and then you're going to dive forward over your legs. Other side, swing down and back, and curl forward. Now your pelvis is still rolling back in the center. We're just twisting from your upper body. Dive forward, roll back and twist. Curl forward. Now pause. You're going to roll down along the center again. This time, bring your arms with you in line with your ears. As I roll back, the arms reach up to the ceiling, making the load heavier. Curl forward. And again, roll back. Curl forward. 2 more times. Roll down. Curl forward. Last time, maintain the flexion of the low back. Curl forward. Now, roll back and stay. Take a breath in. When you exhale, you're going to rotate and open the arms out to the side. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, center, 1 more to each side. Rotate and open. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist and open. Back to center. Dive forward again and sit up nice and tall. All right, one leg out straight, one leg bent with your knee turned out and your foot against your inner thigh. All right, we're going to start out just twisting side to side. You're going to exhale as you rotate, inhale to the middle, and exhale to rotate. Inhale to the middle. 1 more to each side, and center, and exhale to twist. And back to center. Place your hands down. Now starting with the hand on the bent knee side, now trace a big rainbow, and I want you to reach forward towards your pinky toes on the straight leg. Make another rainbow. Put your hand down on the floor. Now you're going to pivot up onto your knee. Let's take another side bend. And then come back down, landing with control. First arm, we're going to go up and over, dive towards your foot. Make your rainbow, hand plants down, pivot onto your knee, side bend stretch. And lower back down with control. 1 more each way. Diving forward to the foot. Make that big arc, let your gaze follow the hand. Now lift your hip, press up onto the knee, side bend, and then come back down with control. All right, we're going to switch legs. All right, so before we get that side bend variation, let's take your arms out wide again, and we're just going to twist side to side. Exhale as you rotate to one side, inhale to the center, and exhale to the opposite side. Center. Exhale, rotate, back to middle, and twist. And center. 1 more to each side, and middle, and exhale, twist, and center. Let's let those arms back down. All right, rainbow. I'm going to go up and over, reach towards the toes. Big rainbow, press into the hand, slide the shoulder down, big side bend, and then back down. All right, first arm. So in the warm-up, we practice shifting the weight into your hands and your feet. Remember that from quadruped? Here, wide fingers push through the heel of the hand, so you're kind of pushing your body weight back towards your legs. That's how we can use this skill similarly here. Round forward, reach to the toes. Up and over, rainbow arc, side bend, and then back down. All right. Last but not least, we're going to finish up in a plank. So again, we get to practice holding the weight in the arms. Can you hear my alarm clock going off? My alarm clock's going off. We're going to make that go bye-bye. Okay. Sorry, grand finale. All right. Bump, bump, bump. Spread the fingertips again. Walk your knees back out a little bit from a quadruped. And then I'm going to have you shift your weight into your hands and your toes to rise into a full plank. And so just pose that plank, hang out there for a second, make sure you can maintain the support for the rest of the exercise, and then we're going to tap your knees down in case you need to make a little adjustment. All right, let's add another test. So we're going to come up into your plank. Let's see if we can get that pose. Head stays in line with your ribs and hips, and then you're going to shift your weight back and forward into a calf stretch and out of a calf stretch. 2 more times. And then put your knees down and shift your weight back for a sec. Okay, so now we're going to do that ankle motion on one leg at a time to challenge your stability a little bit more. This is called leg pull front. Press yourself up into your plank first. As you breathe in, lift one leg to the height of your hip. When you exhale, shift your weight back and point the toes in the air. Shift your weight forward and flex the foot, then lower your leg down. Pick up your other leg. Shift back and point. Shift forward, flex. Lower your leg back down. First leg up, shift back, point, shift forward, flex, lower your leg. Let's do one more. Pick up the leg, shift back, point, forward, flex, put your foot down, drop your knees. Whew, shift your weight back. All right, we're going to do one more round, and then you're all done for today. All right, weight back over your arms, push into your fingers, then your toes, pop it on up. All right. As you inhale, lift your leg to hip height, hips stay squared to the floor. Shift back, point, shift forward, flex, and lower your leg. Inhale, lift it, shift back, point, shift forward, flex, lower it back down. Inhale, up, shift back towards your feet, forward towards your hands, and lower. Last one, lift, shift back, point, forward, flex, lower down, drop your knees, and shift your weight back. All right, so here I am in the shell again. Let's roll up. Sit back towards your heels, and then just dive back down again. And roll up. Get all the way to vertical. And dive back down again. And just one more time, rolling up so you can hit a nice little stretch in your back. And then you are done. All right, have a great day. I will see you soon.